Can you just check real quickly? It says we're live, so can you just check if we are definitely live for us?
Hang on. Let's have a look. 2 seconds.
Live for us.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, we're there. I can see us. We are right now live.
Fantastic. And I can actually see who's in.
2 seconds. Yeah, so we are there. We are live.
Brilliant. I can actually see who's in, and I can actually see anyone that comments anything as well. So, brilliant. Hello, everybody. Hey, I'm the mastermind. I got this working. I am your Lord and Saviour. Hello.
Yeah,
anyway,
about nearly 3 hours of trying loads of different things. We finally tried a completely different software, and it works first time. So, yeah, we'll be using this StreamYard from now on, I think, mate, because it's actually worked first time.
It was incredibly simple. The first one you saw from us, hello, Ginger. I can actually see you in real time as well, which I'm very happy about. We tried OBS the first time we tried it. It worked, but for some reason it wouldn't allow us. It wouldn't work at all. So I looked at alternative methods. I found out about StreamYard, and it worked through the website itself. So, and it's working perfectly fine. So I've got me and Sam. We are perfect size for this stream as well. So, hello, Ginger. Ginger, looking good with the new streaming style. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It literally took us, 30 seconds to set this up? I've just installed OBS, by the way. I'm not going to use it ever again. I'm just going to use this because it works.
Well, we're just going to wait and see, because there is, as you notice, it does say powered by StreamYard. So I don't know whether there is a paid-for version so you can take the watermark away. But we're just going to keep it by eye, because it didn't say anything about paying for this. It didn't even say
this is the free version. The free version is basically the only difference between the paid version and the free version is the paid version I don't think has the little watermark in the corner, but that's not really a problem. Apart from that, it removes that. It gives you something like you have 20 hours standard a month on free. I think it goes up to like 35, 40 hours on paid, and you can add like 10 plus people. On the free version, we can have 6 people on the live stream. But I ain't too bothered by a little logo in the corner. Are you, mate? Is that bother you?
No.
No. Damn, I look terrible in this image. That's just largely because of how bloody hot it is. I'm in a bloody shed that is so well insulated. It's like an oven. It's like, I've got the door open, but it's like 23 degrees at the moment, but with the door shut, it's like 30 degrees in here. So, not good at all. But, logo's fine, Ginger's fine with it. That is absolutely fine.
Hey, look at that. We can actually show it live as well. So, Ginger, you're live on the screen.
Fantastic. Ultimately, what we could do, we could actually bring other people on the channel into here if we wanted to, I reckon.
This is fully interactive, and I'm absolutely over the moon. So, let's get the stream underway, shall we? So, welcome, Ginger, and welcome to Sam. So, I'm hosting today. Very rare that I managed to do this. Very rare that I managed to get hold of the channel that I created. This is my baby, people. This is my idea.
Your main channel on YouTube's got like nearly 400 odd subscribers and probably gets far more attention. Although guaranteed we have more fun on this channel.
Yeah, if you do. I mean, this channel actually generates a little bit more interest, and literally, this is the first YouTube channel that actually has more. Basically, whenever we make a video, pretty much nearly everybody that subscribed to us sees it. So we basically average the subscriber count at the moment, which is actually very rare that happens. Anyway, so not sure what we're going to talk about today. I believe Sam has some interesting things we could talk about.
I do. If you bear with me 1 second, I want to bring up a quick article on Equestria Daily, which is pretty interesting. Firstly, we have confirmation on the exact time as to when the film goes live on Netflix. And there's something else I wanted to talk about as well. Let's have a look.
Also, while Sam's looking all that information up, Ginger and anyone else that's watching, I know there's 2 people currently watching. I don't know if one is possibly Sam, most likely is. But anyways, so I just want to say really quickly, if Sam disappears for any reason, due to the heat we're having here in the UK at the moment, it is unusually quite warm today. So apparently Sam said he has had some issues with his computer crashing, so...
Yeah, my computer basically doesn't like heat. But anyway, thinking about ending that and sorting that out at some point. Anyway, I do have 2 specific things I want to talk about pretty quickly. Let's just start off with this really brief little thing here. So, we do have a confirmation, basically, as to the exact time MLP film, G5 film, will be live on Netflix. So, quote the following: the G5 film, the exact time that it will be released on Netflix, in the US anyway, will be 12 a.m. Eastern Time. So that's like 12 o'clock in the morning then. I haven't got a clue what that'd be in the UK. No idea. What is that? Hang on 2 seconds, see if I can find out. Oh, 12 a.m. LST. What is that? Right, for the UK, that's 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right, okay.
So the MLP, well, it's the MLP film. It goes live the 24th of September, and for us UK residents, it goes live 7 o'clock in the morning on the 24th of September. Ginger, whereabouts do you live, mate? I'll be able to, if I could find out what time it'd be for you, because I don't think you live in the UK, do you? Because I can literally find out for you literally what time it will be live.
So Ginger put while he was looking that up, he said, for the last few days, I kept checking my phone every morning and I look up on YouTube for MLP news. I just want the trailer. Don't we all, mate? Don't we all?
1 week today. I'm 100% sure it's 1 week today.
And Ginger again, sorry, when is the MLP G5 going to be live on Netflix again? So just confirm it for him, Sam.
It goes live on Netflix on the 24th of September. The time-wise, it depends on the time zone. Basically, it goes live at midnight on midnight in America. It goes live at midnight. UK time, it's 7 in the morning for UK time. I could probably find out roughly. I could probably find out whereabouts you'll be, Ginger. Whereabouts are you based, Ginger? I could find out what time it'll go live for you.
I apologise, everybody. We are getting a few. They're not part of the channel. We're getting quite a lot of people, like multiple channels again.
Yeah, we haven't had that in a while. It's been a long time since we've had trolls. Switzerland. Okay, mate. 2 seconds. Let me see if I can find out what time it goes live in Switzerland.
Thanks for the confirmation. By the way, I live in Europe. Switzerland. Nice one. I'd love to visit Switzerland sometime. It's a place that I really would like to go to.
Right. So for Switzerland, Ginger, the film will go live for you on Netflix 8 a.m. So 8 o'clock in the morning. So 1 hour after the UK. So we'll have it 7 a.m. You will get it you'll get it on Netflix your side at 8 a.m.
So yeah, 8 a.m. There you go, Ginger. That's when you will get your MLP pony fix. One thing I do want to talk about real quickly is I don't know if anybody's been looking on YouTube, but there's been some videos on like multiple different channels. There's been some videos going over on different channels, MLP related channels. Of there's a talking, singing toy. I believe it's an Izzy figure that has been. And I think there's an Izzy one, and I think there's a princess one. I think it's Princess Pip or something like that. And some store, and there's someone literally trying the button, and we get a couple of new songs through these new toys. Some people have actually got these voice or track clips, put them together and made them a little bit more clearer. And I'm thinking we've finally got our first 2 official songs. Now, I can't confirm if these songs are actually legit ones or they just put them as part of the marketing for the toy. But one of the toys, I believe, is an Izzy figure in the Izzy figure or toy, and it's very much it kind of reminds me, the songs that I've heard, they do remind me a little bit of they've got a bit of G4 essence about them. Like I've forgotten the name of the tracks of the songs. I don't know if Sam can look them up for us quickly, because I daren't do anything in case.
Yeah. Hang on. 2 seconds.
I apologise as well if we're a little bit late going live today, because obviously we usually go live around about 8 o'clock. We was actually trying to go live about 8:30 this evening, so I think we're a bit late. That's it. Ginger got one of them.
Well, what do you get?
I think the song is Izzy's was Fit Right In. Yes, that is the one I remember. Fit Right In was indeed the one that I heard, and it's a really good song as well. But there's another one, and I believe it's a Pip song, Princess Pip, or whatever she's called.
Yeah, Fit Right In.
We're not going to play him, by the way, because you might get copyright flagged for that.
Well, yeah, true. Although I don't think that'd be too much of a problem for us.
Not really, but still, we don't really want to have an issue with Hasbro down our necks.
I don't think you'd care about a channel with about 130 subscribers, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's true, but yeah, fit right in what Ginger mentioned.
Hasbro, you know. We're suing you for $1 million. Hang on, I've got £1.50 in my pocket. Is that all right?
Yeah, I mean, if it fit right in, I recommend you giving it a listen to, Sam. It's actually a good song.
Yeah, I've got it up. I'll have a listen to it later, mate. Obviously, I don't want to do it when we're on a live stream.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a song that you would expect from Pinky, really. It's just a nice little song.
They do say Izzy might well be descended from her in somewhere.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, Sam? Any other info you found?
This isn't a film thing. This is actually linked into the 2017 G4 film. So what I have here is a really interesting sort of community sort of chat thing that was put up on the Equestria Daily about 2 days ago. It's really interesting. It's basically somebody just briefly talking about the MLP 2017 film and talking about what it would have been like to have Sunset Shimmer in the film as one of the actual main characters rather than just being in the background as a cameo.
Yep.
So, I'm just going to read it to you all. It's about 2 paragraphs. Okay, so And this was posted by Alex Rio Pony Lover 95. So, having rewatched the MLP movie, I realised that the movie really missed out on a great opportunity for a certain character to have a major role, or any role at all, other than being a cameo, and that character is Starlight. Now, I know what you're saying, but Alex, Starlight was in the movie. Yes, she was, but it was only a couple of cameos without any spoken words.
Yep.
What I'm saying is that Starlight could and should have had a major role in the film, and should have got along with the main six and Spike on their journey out of Equestria. The reason why I say this is that Starlight and Tempest share something in common, and why they have turned bad. Both of them have lost their best friends, with Starlight having lost Sunburst and Tempest having lost Glitter Drops and Spring Rain. In fact, it's because their friends have lost touch while attending Princess Celestia's school, and with Starlight and Tempest, instead of seeking help or finding new friends, simply became resentful and angry and used that to dominate others. Now, with this in mind, the MLP movie could in fact have gone could have gone much differently, and maybe even a little better, in my opinion. Not only could Starlight have helped to change Tempest for the better, telling Tempest of her own experiences, but Starlight could have been a great balance factor for Twilight. Remember when Twilight resorted to tricks to steal the Hippogriff's magic pearl? Well, Starlight could have easily seen through Twilight's real plan and told Twilight, no, this isn't what the Princess of Friendship taught me. And then Starlight could have helped Twilight figure out a different way, and who knows, maybe Queen Nova might have been willing to come out and fight the Storm Queen and save Equestria. Another idea could be, instead of Twilight being captured by Tempest, it's Starlight. And when Starlight could try to reach out to Tempest and tell her she's making a mistake and can do better, maybe then once the airship reaches Canterlot, Tempest could more easily be moved to the light. And going further, remember when I mentioned how Tempest's friends Glitter Drops and Spring Rain attended Celestia's school? Yes, they were actually two issues. These are the comics, issues 67 and 68, in which Tempest was reunited with Glitter Drops and made up with her. However, maybe a better comic story, not that I have any problems with the two issues I mentioned, is Starlight again helping Tempest reconnect with her friends, maybe even Starlight and Tempest bonding due to their shared experiences. Now, it might seem like it's complicated about the film, but not really. I like the movie as it is, but I think it really missed out on some great character development for Starlight and, to the extent, Tempest. It just seems such a waste with these two sharing some obvious major similarities that they could share together. But what do you think about adding Tempest to the film? Would it be a good match? So, there's before we discuss this, Nolsey and Ginger, there's one important thing I want to say about this. Now, it's a really good theory. Yes, it would have been really interesting to have Starlight Glimmer in the film. It would have connected things together, but there's a reason why she only had a cameo. The reason why Starlight only has a cameo in the 2017 film is because...
I was actually thinking about this when I was going on.
You know what I'm going to say. When the film started production, Starlight did not exist.
Exactly.
When they started that film, her character had yet to appear and hadn't even been thought up by the curators. By the time her character appeared in the MLP series, the film was pretty much finished. So to make the film canon, they added her as a cameo in the film. That basically made it canon to the series. That's why she effectively has no speaking roles. Yes, it would be very interesting to have had Starlight in the film and to see her interacting with Tempest, because they definitely have a lot in common, but ultimately she didn't exist when the film was being made, which is the only reason why she isn't effectively in the story, apart from a single cameo. That's it. That's the reason.
Yeah, but I'm not even going to bother already answering that myself, because they're not in any much detail anyways. But that's exactly why she wasn't in it. It was because when they were making the film, it was already practically finished, and they've started it. They started the movie, I think, around about season 3, 4. And obviously the movie took quite a long time, so the movie didn't come out until I think around about season 8, just before season 9 aired. So yeah, that's the reason. Yes, it would have been nice to have seen. Yeah, it would have been nice and all to see her in there and what kind of role she could have made. But part of me kind of thinks that I think the film works without her personally. And I think it would have overcomplicated things a little bit if they did. Basically, Ginger just came in. Ginger says this. The problem is that if she were to play a big role in the film, it might not be fair for the other side characters for having less roles. That I completely agree with, because that would have caused a lot of problems. If they had oversaturated the amount of characters, it would have meant less time for the other characters that came into it, like the pirates and so on. So I know I mean, I personally really like her character, but to me personally, I think with her just simply just being in as a cameo appearance a couple of times, I think that kind of made the film better, because I generally think if they'd have added just her extra, they would have probably had to have put an extra song in there for her. They would have probably had to have put a lot more dialogue, so it would have cost more to make the film.
Yeah, ultimately, as well with Starlight's overall character as well, I think although yes, it would have made sense if she and Tempest had sort of bonded. Yeah. Ultimately, as you're saying, John, it would definitely increase the film length, and yeah, it would have been more expensive. And the only downside to that would have been the film potentially, because we know the big leak of the film did sort of make it mean they lost money. So ultimately, the downside to that would be more money loss. Yeah, balancing it out wouldn't have been good.
Yep, true. All right, so Alpha comes back again, saying, after all, not everybody knows Starlight, especially when you are a new fan, when going to the theatres. That is very true, because at the time of when the movie came out, there was still a lot of fans just coming to the franchise, so they just picked it up, especially here in the UK. A lot of the fans here in the UK picked it up. A lot of the young little kids started picking up the series probably around about season 6, 7, from about that time in the period of the series. So to bring in Starlight into the film and her having all these roles, it might have complicated things, and I completely agree with that. Hello to Alpha Swirl, welcome. Alpha Swirl, he says, the song fit right in, is really catchy, and sometimes it gets stuck in my head whenever I hear it. It is a very, very catchy song, I will admit. It's probably, I've no idea if it's going to be a part of the film. I will be very surprised if it's not. It could just be a marketing ploy. Maybe so. But to be honest, that song really does kind of make what made G4 quite good, because the song kind of echoes the essence of Gen 4 a little bit.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I get where you come from, but again, with official songs, you do have to be a little bit sort of careful with some of the merchandise that comes out, because I may be wrong about this, but I'm fairly certain when the 2017 film was sort of looming its head, there were some sort of MLP figures and stuff released that were sort of marked as being part of the film. I think there was a Cadence figure release that had a song that, you know, she played a song if you pressed the button on her. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, Cadence was, you know, probably in the film for like 2 minutes, and obviously didn't sing any songs. So ultimately, whether or not that was cut from the film, we don't know. But again, we always at this moment in time, we don't know if Izzy's song is going to be in the film, but potentially it will be, because, like you all say, it adds up to being a song that would very likely be in the film. Again, just to mention for everyone here, I'm fairly certain the trailer's going to be out in a week. I'm convinced it's going to be the 23rd or 24th of July, so that's next weekend. And I guarantee you, the moment it's released, we'll do a massive live stream where we'll just cover every facet of the trailer.
Certainly will. Ginger again. Referring to the song Fit Right In, I'm kind of surprised when I heard the word but in the lyrics. Usually from G4, they say flanks. Yeah, I don't know, I don't know what that's all about, but that's true. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to kind of go into the realm of Pixar in a way, because if you think about it, the animation is different and it's very Pixar-like. And one thing about why I'm bringing Pixar up into this is because the way Pixar and Disney themselves, they have little things in there that kids might not know about, or a bit of like humor that kids probably won't understand, but yet the adults do, because it's an adult that usually takes the kid to see the film. So they have to I'm thinking that maybe with this, because obviously I've heard that G5, they are trying to try and keep the fan base, the Brony fan base alive, and they want to kind of try and make it more mature. I've heard that the story is going to be a little bit more mature compared to what G4 was like.
Well, yes. The rating's only PG, mate. I mean, I think the 2017 film was rated PG, wasn't it?
It was. So it's rated about the same. But what I mean is...
it was rated U.
Yeah, so PG is a bit up. So, yeah. So with PG, you can kind of get away with little things like what Ginger said there. Starswell. Also, another thing I want to mention of the song, I think the genre of music is pop, not hip-hop. That is true. It was very pop-like. I'm not a big fan of pop music, but yet that song sounded perfect for her character, for Izzy. It sounded perfect. It reflected her personality well. And I think it was a good message behind the song as well. So, you know.
Well, pop is more sort of sticking with the MLP style of music.
It is.
I mean, you did have the odd song that was sort of a different style, but 90% of the music throughout MLP was very pop-esque. So yeah, it would make sense.
I mean, like in the 2017 film, they had that singer. I've forgotten her name. They had that singer that was made into Songbird Serenade. So they had her in there. And basically, her song was basically used as a way to advertise the film, and they made a music video of it. So it was, the music has been mostly pop. There has been one time, which is obviously part of the Equestria Gale continuity, when they went with more of a rockier sound, which was for the second film. I mean, like I say, I mean, me personally, I'm not a big pop fan. The music has been more pop related, but it does make perfect sense of the music being pop kind of related, because a lot of kids of the age of a certain age will be wanting to go and see this film, and a lot of kids listen to pop music. A lot of little kids will be listening to a lot of the chart music, because I don't know why, but a lot of little lasses or little girls or little lads or whatever, they will be listening to a lot of the current stuff in the charts. So it would make sense them keep sticking to that to kind of get the interest there for the little kids. So Ginger again. If they give each main five their own unique songs, it would be great. Not like Gen 4 movie where only 3 of the main 6 have their own songs. That would, yeah, it would. I mean, like I said, the two toys that I've seen so far that have this voice chip songs in them. One is obviously for Izzy, which is Fit Right In, and then I believe there's one for Princess Pip or whatever her name is. And so basically, it would be nice if they each have their own song, their own signature song, like an introduction song, or they all have their own music. Like with the 2017 film, only so many characters sang And then there was a couple of songs where you obviously had the Kappa's song, you had Tempest's song, which is my favourite song throughout the whole film. And then obviously, my girl, the best pony, Rainbow Dash had one of the best songs in the entire film. Unfortunately, I've forgotten her name now. She's a princess. She's the sister of Princess Celestia. Oh, Jesus, she's that unforgettable. She's that unforgettable. I've forgotten her name. Do you remember her name, Sam?
Yeah, it's Luna.
Oh yeah, Luna. Yeah, yeah. I just people. I'm only joking. Yeah, Sam's favourite character is Luna. I'm only having a jig, but no. But I absolutely love the song from Rainbow Dash, and that's one of my favourite. But Tempest's song was awesome. Really was cool. But it would be nice to see an inclusion, if you can call it that. It would be nice to see that each character gets their own song. Starswell.
Just in regards to the songs and things, real quick. Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know how many songs it could fit into the film because I know the film is only going to be an hour and a half long.
So it all depends. I don't think they're going to put loads of songs in there because obviously you've got the story idea, then introducing.
On average, normally the songs in MLP are about absolute maximum, maybe 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So there might be about, if I were to guess, I'd say there'll be maximum of five songs in the film, roughly. Yeah. Maybe 6 if you include an end credit song.
Yeah. Alpha Swell again. And I am also, I like the songs in the movie, even though it hasn't been released. Are kind of more catchy than the Daniel Ingram songs during G4, in my opinion. It's still a bit early to really say too much about that, but yeah, I mean, I love Daniel Ingram's songs and his music. His involvement a part of Equestria Girls and including the main show MLP G4. His songs and his sorry, let me get my mind up. There we go. His songs and his work on the show made the show what it was. The music side of it, the art and the humor and the character development and all that, it all really worked well. And I absolutely have a lot of respect for Daniel Ingram and the music he wrote and everything for the movie as well was really good. But yeah, I agree with what you say, Alpha Swell. I mean, the 2 songs I've heard little snippets of so far, they do sound really good. And to a point, they do sound just a little bit better than Ingram's. So hopefully this is a good thing. What do you think about it, Sam? Do you want to
add? I think definitely, I mean, don't get me wrong, Daniel Ingram in a lot of ways was part of the reason why G4 just did so well. I mean, the fact that he was responsible for pretty much every single song, including every song in Equestria Girls and also the 2017 film, he's a very important, vastly important part of G4. However, yeah, I do agree that G5 will have to go in a different direction of the music, because not only is it obviously trying to appeal to the current generation of fans, it's trying to attract a new generation. So getting to see a different style of music in the new universe of G5 will be suitable. And yeah, it's definitely something that I'll be looking forward to seeing.
Yeah. Alpha Swell again. That's actually a little bit better to bring the questions in. I've just changed the format, so we're oblong. Right, Alpha Swell. And another thing, all of these songs might be coming on Spotify or Pandora as an album on those music platforms. Nice one, hopefully so. I'll be checking that out for sure. Alpha Swell again. Even if any of you have those music platforms, yeah, I've got Spotify. Sam, I believe, has got Spotify.
Yeah, I have Spotify, right?
Yeah, so we definitely have Spotify. So hopefully, when that music comes up, we will be lapping that up. Anything else you want to talk about? I honestly have no idea what to talk about. That's the only thing that I could recall was.
Well, there is this is sort of channel news in a sense. I just sort of wanted to just mention this real quick, just so you are aware and people are aware. So, obviously, the film gets released on the 24th of September. Now, obviously, rather than doing a live stream on the day, obviously, we'd want to wait a day or two just to let people watch it and, you know, digest it and all that. We don't want to ruin it of any spoilers or anything. Now, assuming nothing changes in the UK in regards to the ongoing situation, I will be going away the week the film is released. Now, hopefully, if we do a live stream some point during the week the film is released, I will be able to join because I have basically got myself a laptop ordered. So if all goes well, I'll take that laptop with me and we'll basically be able to do a stream with me when I'm away. So yeah, just basically letting you all know, hopefully I'll still be able to do a live stream with you all that week the film's released.
Sweet.
Ginger, when is the San Diego event? It's literally this coming weekend, mate. A week today, 24th. Yeah, 23rd to 24th. So literally commencing this Friday coming, 23rd, 24th, 25th of July. So we should have the G5 trailer literally within the next week. Because it can't be any later than that. Because literally that is 2 months before the film's released.
It would perfectly make sense because we've now got the cast announced. We now know who's playing the cast, who's playing the characters. We also now have some toys that and a lot of stuff being released. We now have these 2 songs that they have kind of put, I think, purposely put in the song in those toys, and I think that's kind of been kind of a bit of a ploy on their side to kind of give you an idea of the music as well. So I generally think San Diego Comic-Con is a good bet that we will get something. Because San Diego Comic-Con is literally the world's largest convention, international convention. And they always have a Hasbro panel and they always have an MLP panel. So it would make perfect sense that we would get a lot of this information and a possible trailer release over that weekend. Whether they'll be able to show it for legal reasons, it's something to I don't know yet, but they will certainly be releasing it over that days. So Alpha 12 says again, is it going to be on July 23rd to the 25th? So yes, that is the dates. That is the dates, 23rd to the 25th of July for San Diego Comic-Con. I almost said BronyCon for a second. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Ginger states, I'm grinning so bad after you guys said it's coming next weekend. Yeah, it's exciting, mate. I mean, not to dash you or anything, but we're sort of assuming next weekend, but it has to be because literally that is the only event where anything of importance trailer-wise is going to be released. So it has to be next weekend because, like I say, it's literally 2 months before the film's out. I can't see it being any later. It has to be next weekend.
It makes perfect sense.
I'm really hoping it is.
It makes perfect sense because we haven't had the trailer in any other Hasbro held events. So the only other event that would have happened was New York Comic Con, and I don't know. I think New York Comic Con would have been earlier in the year.
It's already been and gone, mate.
So that's already been and gone. So
it hasn't, but it's much later in the year this time because obviously it got postponed. So I can't see it being New York Comic Con because that's not. I don't think that's happening till nearly November time. I think it got delayed till much later on in the year. So San Diego Comic Con is the main Comic Con, so it would make sense it being revealed there. Makes sense.
It's in October, Sam.
October, right?
New York Comic Con is Thursday the 7th to Sunday the 10th.
Right, so it wouldn't because that's after September, so it wouldn't release it a month after the film. So yeah, it has to be this weekend. It has to be.
Yep. So there we go. So hopefully, I mean, San Diego Comic Con makes perfect sense in my eyes because of how big it is. So we will just have to wait and see. Alpha Swell. So, how would you guys feel if there was a flying coaster themed after Zip Storm? It's just for example. That'd be pretty cool. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I actually would love to see some MLP inspired rides because I mean I know you get roller coasters and rides all the time that are based on films, games, TV series, hell, even books sometimes. And ultimately, I'd love to see an MLP one, just because you could have quite a bit of fun with that. I mean, it may seem a little bit sort of sad, but I'd love to see like a Equestria sort of ride experience where you get to go around like some sort of Equestria themed world, a bit like a roller coaster. Like if anybody's ever been on like an indoor style roller coaster, because back in the days, Nosy might remember, there used to be roller coasters that would be set inside their own little units and they'd go around planets and things. I don't know if you've ever been on one of them, mate.
No.
Yeah, well, I went on one once and they were just amazing. So I just think about being on a roller coaster, but instead you're zipping past Equestria and various ponies and villains and stuff like that. That'd be really good. But yeah, I'd be interested to see it. And Alpha Swell states there are 2 rides that I know of that are themed after G4. I didn't realise there were any, to be honest. I had no idea. What are they, out of interest?
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, like I say, I'm not the biggest person for rides. Whenever I go, where me and Sam live, we live in a place called Hull, Hull, here in the UK. And basically, we have something called Hull Fair. And it's one of the largest travelling fairs, probably one of the largest in the world. And it's been going for a good nearly 200 years, the event.
Longer than that.
Longer than that, yeah.
About 1,000 years.
But yeah, it's been going for a long time, basically. So basically, we go to that. It's usually held in October of every year. So we go to that. But the only rides I ever go on is something called the Twister. I've no idea if it's called something else in America or other places. But I go on a ride called the Twister, which I really like. And it kind of goes in and out and in little cars. And then I like the Dodgems because I like to smash people. And I had a very, very fun story of Sam one time.
We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. No. This is a pony-only channel. We don't talk about anything other than ponies. I'm going to find a way to mute you. I cannot mute you.
Alpha Ginger, would you like to hear this? Just ask
no,
you, would you like to hear this?
They don't need to hear it. It's completely unimportant, people. You do not need to know about what he wants to tell you about me and the Dodgems. It's unimportant. Just simply say, no, we're not interested. We don't want to talk about it, John. And we'll move on.
Well,
Ginger said no. They said no. They don't want to talk about it. It's such a shame. Shall we talk about pony stuff? Let's talk about that.
Ginger asked. So
Yeah.
Ginger said yes, please.
We don't have to. We really don't. You've probably forgotten about it already, mate. It's probably something that you've forgotten about. It happened a long time ago. We were much younger back then, about 15, 16. You'll have forgotten about it completely.
Oh no. And also Alpha said sure. So thank you to Alpha and to so the people have said yes. So I will say the story.
I have to go now.
Strap yourselves in, everybody. Get some popcorn, get a drink if you need to, get a cup of tea or coffee, whatever it is your preference. A beer, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so let's have a little fun, shall we? Let's have a laugh in the expense of Sam there. So, this story on the Dodgems, in the Dodgems, how I recall it as, this one time we went to Hull Fair, which is what I just mentioned about, and I went with my mum and dad, they went for just a walk around. I was with Sam as well. So we both, I went on the dodgems and Sam said, I'll go on them as well. Sam went in his own car, I went in mine. And the ride starts, I'm going round, as you do, bumping into things, reversing, doing all that stuff, a little bit of Fast and Furious, you know what I mean? And then I noticed in the far corner, Sam is in the far corner. He can't fathom how to reverse the car out of a little spot that's in the far corner. He's moving forwards, hitting the barrier, moving backwards and hitting the barrier. He can't fathom how to get out of this spot, right? So basically, long story short, is I noticed this. So I decided, as a good friend that I am, to give him a little bit of encouragement to move his car. So what I did was, okay, so I came round, went straight to Sam, bumped him up the arse, and I kept doing this every time I went and did a lap of the circuit. So basically, Sam's still stuck there, and it took one of the guys that managed the ride to go over to him and to hang off the side of it and try and get him out the spot. Eventually, Sam did manage to get out the spot, and he lasted about 3 minutes before the ride stopped. And as I'm coming around, my mum and dad are watching us from the sidelines, laughing their asses off, and they literally could not breathe. And I was laughing my ass off the entire time. So there's the story. That was so funny. Do you remember that, Sam?
No.
So, Ginger, come back. So, sorry about this, I haven't said this before. So, Ginger, I wish Hasbro make a crossover MLP and Transformers one day. That would be one of the best things in the fan base, both shows. Well, they have done the... Excuse me. Bloody hell. Anyway, I think Sam's died. Has his camera frozen? It looks like Sam's frozen. Oh, well, it's all me today then. So it's going to be my stream. I think Sam's gone unfrozen. Anyway, so, yeah, Sam's gone. It looks like Sam's gone. Don't worry, people. I think Sam's gone unfrozen. I think his computer's gone. Let me just swap it to just me for the moment. Hopefully we can get him back up. So, so where was we? Yeah, the crossover, MLP Transformers crossover. I know that they've done the comic books, the comic book story. They've done 2 volumes of it at the moment, maybe 3 that's looking at. So they have done the crossover, MLP and Transformers crossover in comic book form. But yeah, they haven't, and they also done some toys as well. But it would be interesting to see it in a cartoon or something like that. That would be interesting. Here's the link to the rides I was talking about. Interesting. I'll have a look at that at some point. Yeah, Sam's just messaged me now. It looks like his computer's crashed because of the heat. I mentioned this earlier on that he might pop out because of signal problem. So hopefully he'll be back eventually. If not, we might call it a day if he can't get back in. Hopefully he will. The link is fixed. Nice one. Hello, Puss. Hello. Come, baby. Come and say hello to the nice people. Oh, come and say hello to the nice people. Hello. Who's them? Who's them over there? Hello, everybody. This is Socks, my cat Socks. Hence for the white feet. Yes. Say hello to the nice people. Oh, baby girl. Okay, there you are then. Go on. Good girl. Here's another link if you dare. Ooh, if you dare. Ah, socks. Socks. Yeah, she's cute. She's funny. She's cute. So, does anybody want to talk about anything in the chat while we're waiting for Samboy to hopefully to reconnect with us? If anybody wants to say anything while we're waiting on Sam to come in. Right, okay. It looks like Sam is going to be watching in the comments, in the chat. So it looks like he won't be coming in on video. So he will be joining us via the chat. So there we go. Ginger, by the way, personal question. How was the past few weeks? Not been too bad. Mostly just been working personally. Just been watching a few stuff, catching up on some shows. Been watching a show called Breaking Bad. It's got nothing to do with MLP, obviously, but I've been rewatching a show called Breaking Bad, which is really good on Netflix. I've been just been watching a bit of TV, listening to music, working. Had a couple of days with some mates round. Had a couple of crafty drinks and that. So yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be fun. Did you see the link? I haven't got any link at the moment, mate. I've literally only got you saying about posting a link. I've not actually got any notification of a link at all, Alpha. So I don't know why. So yeah, that's been me for the past couple of weeks. I've not really been doing much, unfortunately. It's probably auto blocked. Maybe it is. I don't know. But usually it works, but it doesn't. You know. Well. Anything else? Does anybody want to say anything? Anything they want to talk about? Has anybody been watching anything lately? Anybody been watching anything? Has anybody been collecting anything? Picked up anything new, like toy related or video game related or movie related? Has anybody been to do anything like that? What have you guys been up to? Let me know in the chat if you want to do a little bit more of a general chat before we finish the stream, because unfortunately Sam's gone. So unfortunately, I think we covered most of the stuff we wanted to talk about anyways before his connection dropped. Ginger. Hey Nosy, do you collect Funko Pops? I do have a couple. The only one that's MLP related is the only one that's MLP related is I've got Tempest, movie Tempest. So this is my only MLP related Funko Pop. So I don't mind Funko Pops. I don't go mad on them, but I couldn't resist her because I absolutely love Tempest. Ginger again. I've been practicing to animate cartoons ever since our vacay started. I'm learning really well. Nice one. That's awesome. Nice Tempest Funko Pop. Yes, she's awesome. Oh. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I suppose what we could say of then, a question for you guys in the chat. What are you, for Ginger and Alpha, whoever's watching, what are you hoping to see and are hoping to, once we get a trailer, once the film is available in all territories on Netflix, what are you hoping to get from it? What are you hoping to see? What are you hoping to, any rumours or any speculation you've heard before? What are you hoping to maybe see get answered, or what does or doesn't get answered? What are you hoping to see from the movie? Once it finally gets to us, what would what are your expectations or anything like that? Nice Unicron t-shirt, by the way. Thank you very much. It is one of my new pickups. It's the '86 Transformers film. They're re-releasing the film as a 4K remaster, and this is the part of that. Ginger says, main 6 appearance. Well, we don't know if that's going to happen or not. It all depends of the duration between... it all depends of what happens and what the time skip, how much time between between Gen 4, the end of Gen 4, and the beginning of Gen 5. It all depends of how much time has happened in that time frame. So in order for any Gen 6 characters to make an appearance, it really depends of how far ahead of it is. I have a feeling that they probably aren't around anymore, or they are really old. I generally think that the only way we'll get some sort of an inkling of the Gen 4 characters would be through toys, because we saw in the we saw in some of the artwork for the film, didn't we? That of like Sunny in a room that she had little figurines of the main 6 characters. So it kind of makes me think that maybe they might not actually be in the film as actual characters, but they might more or less be just kind of like maybe a little Rainbow Dash, or little, maybe the main 6 in toy form, like we saw in that image we got. I think that's probably the closest we're going to get to them being in the film. But we don't know. I mean, end of the day, it would be nice to maybe see if there's maybe we might see Celestia, Princess Celestia or Luna, or maybe we might see maybe Spike, because we know the dragons live longer than ponies. So maybe Spike might be in it. Obviously, he'll be older, but hopefully, I generally think because of the story and how far down the line it is, and they're obviously they're obviously going on a journey, and I generally think that they might meet somebody that knew those characters, might have been, might have known the main 6. I generally think they might meet someone or meet more than one character, and they might kind of answer some questions for them. Ginger, The first thing that comes out of my mind regarding the question, so that's fine. Ginger again. What about you, Nosy? What are you hoping to see from the trailer? Well, with me, I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, I've been purposely not really taking any notice of a lot of the stuff that like speculation. I'm trying to basically I want to go in there with an open mind. But for me personally, I'm generally hoping that I'm just hoping it's good. I'm just hoping it's a good film. I'm hoping that when we get the trailer, it kind of gets people interested. And it kind of and then once the film comes out, I'm generally hoping that it's good. All I care about is that it's good. It still has what made Gen 4 good in the first place. It kind of the message behind the film, the songs, everything about it. I'm just hoping it is good, and it's a good continuation, and hoping it will last a little bit as well. I don't know how many seasons it'll go for. All I know is obviously there is going to be a series after the movie to follow on the story. So we'll just have to wait and see, really. Sam's back, people. Sam is back. Hi, I'm back. Chat only. Too hot for my PC. Oh no. Alpha Swell. Maybe what we can see in the trailer, how the Bronies species are separated. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. That would be interesting. I think give it another 5 or 10 minutes, people, and I might bring the stream to an end, because it's not going to work very well with it just being me talking and Sam in the comments. So we might maybe do a proper one probably next weekend. So hopefully it'll be a bit cooler and we can kind of do one of these again. Sam, I am thinking it is possible that the split is caused by the elements of harmony disappearing. Who knows? That could very much be it. Who knows? I mean, yeah, who knows? It's we just don't know what's going to happen, do we? We just don't know what's going to happen until we get a trailer that hopefully it's going to be a full-length story trailer, because obviously I think if we just got a teaser trailer with very little information in it, as close to as close as it is to the film being streamed and released, I'm hoping it is going to be a full-on trailer, and who knows what's going to happen in the film. It could be that the elements of harmony have gone missing or haven't been found, or people just don't know where they are, and maybe that is the cause of the issue that's currently happening in that continuity. We just don't know. Alpha's what? How would you feel if someone rickrolled you? Eh? I have no idea. I have no clue. Ginger. Maybe the trailer opens up with Sunny and her dad while he reads her the story of the separation. Maybe so. Maybe so. There is some significance surrounding Sunny and her dad, because that is really echoed a lot in a lot of the stuff that has been released so far. So I generally think that we might maybe get a bit. I think I might maybe get a little bit of a like a dream, maybe a bit like a dream, or maybe kind of like she's kind of just. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we might get a bit of like something of the main six, but kind of them fighting the foes that they fought in their stories, and kind of their legacy. Maybe that might happen when he's reading the story, so we'll get a little bit of that. Maybe, who knows? Sam, I would lose my sanity if we were Rickrolled. Okay. Well then, guys, I think I might bring it to an end tonight because unfortunately Sam's gone. I know he's in the chat, but it's not going to be. I don't know if it's going to work very well doing it like this. But generally, guys, we might do another one next week. Hopefully, we can do a proper one that's a little bit longer. But I think we've been on for just over an hour now, and I think that's a good shout. So, bloody hell. Excuse me. So anyway, so yeah, I'm going to come to an end now. But because obviously Sam, my co-host, has obviously unfortunately had to leave us due to issues. But Ginger and live stream for the trailer. We will definitely be doing a stream. Me and Sam will be doing a stream, special stream, talking about our thoughts of the trailer. I don't know if we'll be able to broadcast the trailer through the stream. That might get us a bit of a copyright strike issue, but we will certainly, we promise you, we will be doing a very special stream for when that trailer does release. So don't worry about that, Ginger. We didn't go over an hour. It's saying we are here. It says an hour and 6 minutes, 29 seconds. Unless you're a little bit behind, I don't know. But it certainly says we are over an hour, according to the live counter on my end. And Sam, we will be doing a reaction trailer. So yeah, so me and Sam will definitely be doing a trailer for. Yeah, we will definitely be looking into that. So yeah, so thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Alpha Swirl. Thank you to Ginger, and to everybody else, anyone else that jumped in. Thank you for watching. I apologize for it being a little bit not as long today, but generally because what? So yeah, unfortunately, because of Sam dropping out, it's not really going to work like we was hoping. But we managed to get a stream out tonight, even though we was having a bit of a problem earlier on. So we are going to be using this. We're going to be using StreamYard for the here out because it's so much more easier to use and much more easier to get it out. So next weekend, me and Sam will return for another stream. So thank you again for your support on the channel. Thank you very, very much to everyone that's watched. So yeah, Brony gang, roll out. See you next time. We will indeed. So thank you all. You're all awesome. Stay safe, and we will hopefully be back next weekend, all going well. And stay awesome, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.